So you're on Windows 11, right? Well, that means your computer is constantly talking to Microsoft. The real question is, how much say do you actually have in that conversation? In this explainer, we're going to dive right into your privacy settings and show you exactly how to take that control back.
Seriously, it's something you've got to ask yourself. Your PC is chattering away in the background, sending bits and pieces of information back home. But what is it actually sharing? And, maybe more importantly, can you do anything about it? Let's find out. Okay, so the big word for all this is telemetry. It sounds a bit technical, maybe even a little scary, but it's really not. It's just a system that collects data on how your computer's doing. Now, Microsoft will tell you this is super important. It helps them squash bugs and make Windows better. But from your side of the screen, it's your data, and you should be the one in charge, right? All right, so here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about why you might even want to turn this stuff off. Then, I'll walk you through, step by step, how to disable the main data collection. And after that, we'll get into the nitty-gritty, fine-tuning a few other settings to really lock down your privacy. So why even bother with all this? I mean, who cares, right? Well, this is about more than just flipping a few switches in your settings. It's about you making a real, conscious choice about your own information. You own the device, so you should own the data. It really boils down to three main things. First, and this is the big one, privacy. You get to limit how much of your personal usage info gets shared. Second is performance. Believe it or not, all that background chatter uses up your CPU and memory. Turning it off can give you a little speed boost, especially on an older machine. And finally, bandwidth. If you're on a data cap or a slow connection, this stops your PC from secretly eating up your internet by uploading data all the time. You know, at the end of the day, it's really about this, peace of mind. It's about being able to use your computer without that little nagging voice in the back of your head wondering, hey, what's my PC sharing about me right now?
All right, enough talk. Let's get our hands dirty. We're about to flip the main switch that controls most of this data collection.
Okay, so everything we need is in the settings menu. The quickest way in? Just hit the Windows key and the I key at the same time. Boom, you're there. Once you're in, look for Privacy and Security on the left side, give that a click, and then find Diagnostics and Feedback. And hey, if you're not a fan of keyboard shortcuts, no worries. You can always just click the good old Start button and find that little Settings gear icon. Either way gets you to the exact same place. Okay, listen up, because this is the big one. See that toggle that says Send Optional Diagnostic Data? You're going to want to turn that off. Doing this tells Windows, hey, stop sending all the extra details. You know, like what websites I visit, how I use my apps, all that stuff. It basically cuts the data flow down to just the bare essentials needed to keep Windows secure and up to date. Right. Next, just scroll down a little bit and you'll see something called Personalized Experiences. Go ahead and turn that off too. This is what stops Microsoft from using your data to push tailored ads, tips, and weird recommendations at you. If you want a cleaner, less nosy Windows experience, this is a no-brainer. So, we've stopped it from sending more data. But what about all the stuff it's already collected? Well, see that delete button? That's your best friend. Clicking that is like telling Microsoft, hey, forget everything you know about this device. It's a clean slate. Awesome. We've taken care of the main telemetry stuff. But, you know, if you're like me and you want to be extra thorough, we can go a little deeper. Let's poke around a few other settings and really lock this thing down. Do you ever use the voice-to-text feature? Or any other voice commands? Well, Windows sends those voice clips to the cloud to figure out what you said. If you're not super comfortable with that, just pop over to the speech section and flip the switch for online speech recognition to off. Here's another one. To get better at predicting what you're going to type, Windows actually builds a little dictionary based on your writing style. It's another digital fingerprint you're leaving behind. If you want to erase it, just head into Inking and Typing Personalization and turn that custom dictionary off. You know that timeline feature that lets you jump back into what you were doing? Windows keeps a log of your apps and websites to make that happen. If that sounds more creepy than convenient to you, just go to Activity History. You can do two things here. First, uncheck the box to stop it from saving your history from now on. And second, hit that Clear History button to wipe out everything it's already logged. Okay, now for a really big one. Your advertising ID. This is basically a unique code for your device that apps use to track you and show you personalized ads. To shut this down, go to the General tab under Privacy and Security. You'll see a bunch of toggles. The most important one is for the advertising ID, but honestly, I'd just turn them all off. Can't hurt. And that's pretty much it.
In just a few minutes, you've completely changed the relationship your PC has with your personal data. Let's just quickly go over what we've accomplished here.
So you've cut way down on the data your computer shares, you've put a stop to those personalized ads and recommendations, and you've wiped the slate clean of your past activity. Long story short, you are now way more in control of your own digital privacy on your own machine. Feels good, right?
And that's where we'll wrap this up. Look, taking these steps is a huge, huge start. But it also kind of opens up a bigger conversation, doesn't it? Digital privacy isn't something you fix once and then forget about. It's something you have to keep an eye on. So now that you've seen how to take control here, what's next for you? What other parts of your digital life are you going to secure? Definitely something to think about. Thanks for hanging out with me for this one.